When dealing with large amounts of data, it can be useful to paginate API responses to keep them lean and performant. With that said, let's add pagination to our API. There are two ways we can achieve this, which are offset-based and cursor-based. In this lesson, we will be implementing offset-based pagination. Offset-based pagination is the easiest and most common way of implementing pagination. It basically makes use of offsets and limits, where offset is used to specify where to start fetching items from, and limit is used to specify the amount of items to be fetched. We will be implementing this for threads. So, we will add two new arguments to the threads query, which will be per page, and it will be int, and page, which will be int as well. I'm going to grab this and add it here as well. Let's head over to the resolver. Let's get the arguments. Now, instead of just returning all the threads, we'll add some additional clause. First, let's order by the last reply at field. And we want to order in descending order. Next, let's limit the item to be returned to a certain number. So limit, then it will be the number specified as per page. Lastly, we need to specify an offset. So if the page is equals to the first page, then the offset will be 0. Otherwise, we'll calculate the offset as per page multiplied by the current page minus 1. Let's assume the number of items to be displayed is 10. If we are on the first page, the offset will be 0 and it will fetch the items from 1 to 10. If we are on page 2, the offset will be 10 and it will fetch the items between 11 to 20 and so on. Let's set a default amount of items to be fetched. While we are here, let's also set the default page number, which will be 1. Next, let's do the same thing for the threads by main query. Then I'll grab this as well. Let's also do the same thing for threads on the user type. Now, instead of just returning all the threads, we'll do models.thread.findAll. Then I'm going to grab this and this will be user.id. Now we can test this out. This query returns all the threads that have been created, which are 4 for now. What if we just want to show 2 items per page? We can do that by specifying per page, say 2, then the page, which will be 1, which signifies the first page. Now we only have 2 items returned. To fetch the next set of items, we simply set page to 2. As you can see. While this is easier and quick to implement, the main downside of offset-based pagination is that item can be skipped or returned twice when items are inserted into or deleted from the database at the same time. This can be avoided with cursor-based pagination, which we will look at in the next lesson.